If hard work made people rich, then labor workers would be the richest. But the truth is different, and today, you're about to discover it. Think about this for a second. If you get a promotion today, higher salary, better title, more respect, would you say yes immediately? Most people would, because we've been taught one thing since childhood. More money means success. A bigger title means success. But what if that's not the full truth? Let me tell you a story. There was a guy, let's call him Ollie. Ollie was very hardworking. He always said yes to everything his boss asked. Extra work, he said yes. Late nights, he said yes. Even weekends, he said yes. Step by step, he kept moving forward. He got promoted, then promoted again and again. Now he had everything people dream about: a good salary, a big title, and respect. But one day, something felt different. It was 8 p.m. The office was almost empty. Ollie looked at the clock, and suddenly a thought came into his mind. Why am I doing all this?
He got home late. He didn't even sit down properly to eat, just stood near the sink and finished his food. Then he checked his emails again and went to bed. But he couldn't sleep. One question kept repeating in his mind. Am I actually successful or just tired? This is the moment most people ignore, because no one teaches us this. Success without peace is not real success. Now, let me tell you about someone else. A girl, let's call her Sara. She worked in the same company. She also got a promotion opportunity. But she did something most people never do. She said no. Everyone was shocked. Her boss couldn't believe it. Her family got worried. Her friends thought she was crazy. But Sara saw something others couldn't see. She asked herself a simple question. If I take this promotion, I'll earn more money, but will I have time? And she made a decision. She decided not to sell all her time. She decided to build her own life. After work, instead of just resting, she started giving 2 to 3 hours every day to herself. She started learning freelancing. She started learning online skills. Slowly, she began building a small side income. At the beginning, it wasn't easy. The money was low, there was no support, and results were slow. But she understood one powerful truth. A job helps you survive, but a skill can make you rich. After a few months, she made her first online earning. It was small, but it meant everything to her, because now she knew money doesn't only come from jobs. Money comes from skills. And the best part? She started sleeping peacefully. No late-night stress, no constant pressure. Just one feeling: I am building my own life. Now think about this. Allie has a high salary, but no time and no freedom. Sara has less money for now, but she has time and she has freedom. And this small difference changes everything in the next few years. Now let's talk about money and why promotions don't always make you richer. Imagine you get a raise from $80,000 to $110,000. Sounds amazing, right? A $30,000 increase feels like a big win. But here's what really happens. First, taxes take a big chunk. The government takes almost $9,000 right away, and that's before any state taxes. Suddenly, that $30,000 raise is down to about $17,000. Then comes lifestyle inflation. Most people spend between 65 and 85 cents of every new dollar they earn. The slightly nicer apartment, a new car, expensive lunches, little treats that turn into daily habits. That $17,000 shrinks further, maybe down to $7,000. Add the cost of commuting, lunches, extra work clothes, dry cleaning, and suddenly your $30,000 raise is only leaving you $1,000 to $5,000 per year in real savings. $1,000 to $5,000. And that's before you even think about the hours. Most senior managers work over 50 hours a week, some even 60 or more. But once you're salaried, overtime is gone. Zero. You're giving the company 19 extra weeks of work for free every year, all for a bigger title and slightly higher salary. This is the part no one talks about, the effective hourly rate, the real number that shows what you actually earn after all the extra hours, the stress, and the costs. Often, it's barely more than someone who said no to the promotion and kept a normal 40-hour week. And here's the truth that will shock you. While one person climbs the corporate ladder, adding hours, stress, and responsibilities, another person invests their time in skills, side income, and systems. Over 5 years, the person who said no quietly builds a life with more freedom, more real wealth, and more options. The promotion system is designed to make the company productive, not to make you wealthy. Most people get trapped thinking more salary equals more freedom, but in reality, it's the opposite. The people who say no, who choose their time over the title, often end up years later with a stronger financial position, more freedom, and less stress. They have time to learn, invest, and grow. In the next part, I'll show exactly how the richest people use this principle to create massive wealth, and why your next promotion might actually cost you more than it gives you. Now, let's see what happens when you actually choose your time and freedom over a promotion. Take Sara from the first story. She said no to the promotion. She kept her 40-hour week and used her extra hours to build online skills, start a small consulting practice, and invest. Ali, on the other hand, said yes to every promotion. He worked late nights, weekends, and gave away all his extra hours. He got a high salary, a big title, and respect, but he had almost no investable savings, almost no free time, and constant stress. Here's the math no one talks about. Even if Ali makes $47,000 more per year, he works 18 more hours a week that are unpaid. His lifestyle costs more, his stress is higher, and his freedom is zero. Sara makes less on paper, but she builds wealth quietly. Her investments grow, her side income grows, and compound interest works in her favor.
10 years from now, Sara could have over $1 million in assets and a business she owns. Ali will still have a high salary, but almost nothing that's truly his. The lesson is simple but powerful. The title doesn't equal wealth. The salary doesn't equal freedom. What matters is what you do with your time and how you build skills, investments, and systems that work for you. The first time you say no to a promotion, it feels scary. People might judge you. You might worry you're falling behind. But those hours you save, those hours you control, they become the hours that build your real life. In 5 years, you'll look back and see it clearly. The person chasing every promotion has more money on paper, but less freedom, less wealth, and less peace. The person who said no, who focused on building her life outside the office, is quietly winning. So remember this: your leverage, your options, your freedom, and your financial future are more valuable than any title. Work smart, invest your time, build your skills, let compound interest in your systems do the heavy lifting. That's how real financial freedom works. That's how you create a life that no promotion, no boss, and no spreadsheet can take away.